Hold on, man. Thanks, dude. Okay, sorry. What's up, Trevor? Good morning. How you doing, man? I'm just looking at the indices. Just looking at towel. Looking at trash, towel, frauds, gap down. You understand when this broke, you got down to $39 down here. And these commies, the effing commies, pushed this thing up somehow all the way to, look at it right now. There's a chance we'll fill the gap today on towel. Forget this scam, dude. Whatever it is, we know what it is. They're fueling the education of communists, future communist children. Pump it, dude. Pump it. Really, though, you would want it to dump, okay? It's so weird. God, the swing. It shouldn't be here. It should be down here. $45, man. And maybe we'll get lucky and we'll get there. Okay, so S&P gapped up, man. Oh my God. It gapped up and really is now below its open. Now it's just right at it. Whatever. Dow Jones, same thing. Oh my God, it's gold, dude. Gold's like just chilling. It looks like it's flagging, but you just don't know. So I guess if you're a towel short, or I guess if you have puts on the towel, you're hoping the market crashes. I don't know what else. I mean, even with the market crashing, towel didn't even crash. What does that tell you, man? Down 7.47%. Heck, man, I don't know. And this is as good as it's gonna get, dude. Feeling the energy. Is there energy this morning? Bitcoin 72.88. I'll just add an alert here, and if we hear the alert, it's just complete bullcrap. But maybe we could add an alert on both sides for towel, the up and down, so we don't know what the beep is immediately. Okay, swing it. 2683, 22,845. Oh my God, you're below your open. Bitcoin, it sold off, and it hit. Brought this up to patrons last night. This, where we bounced, 7,080, you gotta look left. Clearly has been regarded as support before. And I think there's a few other times looking left in 2018, not major or anything, but that's what you bounced off of before a rally to just run up and test 7,400 again, but not to break it. Not to break it at all. So this probably, you know what's going to happen. Where are we now? Oh, the stock market's open. So now Bitcoin will sync back up with the equities market for the most part. You'll see. If the equities start pumping, you'll see Bitcoin test 7,400 again. For sure. For sure. Other than that, man, you know, the argument that there was a divergence, it may have very well played out. That's it, really. Scrubby volume sell-off. Where we could, if equities had a strong day, I mean, Bitcoin goes to 7,400, and then you break it, and then you could make triple MACD bearish divergence at higher prices. Target looking good. Ravazor. Target Connect. Salted though, man. Thanks so much, dude, for the Polish currency super chat. Much love, dude. The dude abides, man. Not sure, man, what it is about these mornings. I mean, I'm starting to get up now before my alarm. It's just, you know, you get into it. I mean, I've been doing these morning streams for a month now. Like, literally a month. So, give me some feedback, because, I mean, y'all are the people watching in the morning that are watching now, I guess, right? And there's not as many people that watch me here as that watch me in the afternoon, of course. I mean, there's only, like, you know, 270 of y'all in here. What do y'all think about the morning streams?
Is that a joint?
Because I don't know, like one day it'll be like...
Enjoying the opening bell streams. Thanks for all you do.
Oh, thanks, Grub, man. Yeah, you read my mind, I guess. Yeah. What's wrong with you? Are you me? Or, get out of my head. Thanks, dude. Now we're trying to sell off a little bit on the index funds. 2677. All I'm doing is I'm not going to look at TAL again until I hear a beep, one way or another. So, good news, you're above the 50 moving average. You know, it's weird. You never even tested. I figured you'd test a wick or a candle close back from, you know, March 30th. You didn't do that yet. And all you did was just fill the gap from April 6th. And you closed at your lowest price. You've gapped up. And now it's just mysteries abound. But one thing that should be talked about, let's look at the SPX again. Something is developing, okay? Hard to argue with at this point. The SPX is developing what seems to be, unless something, just a huge pump today, where you're starting to show some decent amount and discernible amount of bearish divergence on the MACD, which is just buyer exhaustion after running up almost halfway from the all-time highs to the low. Mornings are great. Ramiel, what's up, Sith Tentacle? Bitcoin happening. Hi, thanks. Zoner. Jason Villa, man, I'm good. Bruh. What's up, Miami? Miami Club Jesus, man.
Jason Feller tip $34.20. Thank you as always for the guidance, especially the morning streams. They are extremely helpful. Waking up before my alarm as well these days, ready for gains.
Yeah, ready for gains. They're just ready to see what this insane market has in store for us every day, because it is nuts. But I'm asking these questions because it's like, you just don't know.
Sup Kings, hard, live streams Mitch, 420 every day.
Is that a joint?
United States dollar, cool face.
United States dollar. Thanks, James Miller. Ironically, tipped me 420 pounds. Thank you, man. I guess he's coming in from the UK. A sovereign land. Very good, man. Thank you, dude. I say sovereign land because of Brexit or whatever. But, wow, thank y'all. Yeah, dude, I don't know, man. The market's crazy, and I'm just asking because it's like, well, one day I don't know if the market's going to be as insane as it's been, you know, where every day is like, I mean, it's been like days of our lives. It's been a soap opera like every day on the way down and kind of on the way up. Been a couple days, you know, but nothing like we were seeing. I mean, every day, Yeah, it's probably just gonna go up, man. Yeah.
Is that a joint?
Yeah, ball. And we dump, the Fed comes
When
into...
you have a second, can you analyze AMD, please and thanks?
What's up, Crypto Chef Tal? But dude, it's educating communist children, or making children become communists. This is what I'm talking about. Like, how can it be, bearish divergence isn't going to happen if you just start pumping today? Because the histogram starts building again, then it's like, well, when the F's going to mature? Because you were starting to yesterday. Just kidding. Just keep going. So, we don't know. Whatever. One thing we do know about the S&P, you never touched an effing 50% retrace. Just like you never touched a 38% retrace before reversing again. So, we reverse down the ups. You eventually get back up to the 50% in time. 2,800. It's kind of the target. Yeah, close, but not good enough. Not a cigar. Not an effing cigar, okay? Hit the 50%. You should get it over with. Come on, Fed. Come on, government. Everyone just pump the markets. The economy shut down, if you forgot. I think everyone looks at the markets and they're like, it's not so bad, man. Economy, economic damage, meh. Look at the charts, dude. It's bad. It's real bad. AMD. Which is, look at this, man. 4 hour. We're out. Or we've broken the neckline. Because we gapped up, right? We'd broken it yesterday and then just kind of engulfed. And now, hey, we're just doing what the macro's doing. Okay, so you're out of... Suddenly you were broken out. Suddenly you were outside of the pattern. You didn't necessarily break out, you just opened out. 48.51. You know 48.51 is, right? You know where we are not above right now, right? We're at 48.37. 48.51, 2,000 all-time highs. So that is somehow, it was, regarded as resistance before, and we're kind of regarding it as resistance again. You need to break that. Come on, dude. But this isn't 4 hour, it's kind of doing a little bit what the S&P is doing. That divergence could be developing. You start showing any form of weakness, it's going to be there. Good news is you're not overbought or anything. You're not showing bearish divergence on the RSI, so yeah, maybe it just keeps building. But we talked about AMD, where if we're truly in a bear trend, a recession here, you probably don't want to swing for the fence because you're probably not going to get there. Just saying. Like, if we're in a true recession, AMD is not going to see all-time highs. I mean, I would love it to, man, for the sake of the TA. But there's not just an inverse head and shoulders here. No, there's not. There's also the harmonic, which makes plenty of sense. All right, the XA, the B. Let's see, and then the 7, 8, 6. Right there. Forget the fibs. Let's see. This should be like, yeah, it's on log scale. But wouldn't worry about the 886 there and log. Just look at it because the harmonic is always in linear. So just keep around the price. $55. We're looking for a reversal. $55, man. And really, if you're trying to, I know it's an enormous, it's a major, it's a great uptrend, but dude, in a true recession, I just don't know if it's gonna be able to continue it to its highs, all-time highs. You'd think this could run up 70% of the way. Hey, that's 10 times. That's a lot better than what the S&P is doing, right? I mean, you go to a 78% retrace. S&P isn't even, right now where we are. We are in linear compared to the S&P 500 high to low. You've exceeded. You got pretty close to a 61.8% retrace. Okay, so that's outperforming the S&P 500, which is the index fund that that AMD is a part of. So outperforming, and what would be weird with hitting the 786 when the S&P eventually hits the 50% retrace or maybe a little higher. All right, and dude, what if we had some insane amounts of divergence up there, some sort of coinciding variable? That'd be great, man. It'd be just a low risk high reward opportunity, maybe on a short. And these patterns can usher in complete trend reversals. You know they can. I mean, stupid amounts of volatility like that, and then you get Bitcoin was a perfect example. I mean, to the effing T. What are you talking about, man? Like, seriously, what are you talking about? I'll go back to June 26th. Oh, yeah. I forgot, man. I effing forgot all about this, Ray. A bearish cipher that ushered in the entire reversal that we're still in right now. Yeah. 786 like the Jesus, man. Eric, what are you talking about, man? What are you talking about, man? This is what I'm talking about. Talking about harmonics, major harmonics that usher in major trend reversals. Okay? That's what I'm talking about. Major harmonics that usher in major trend reversals. What the F? Yeah. Major harmonics, sugar, that usher in maybe it's on the daily. I don't even know anymore. Let me try this real quick. Major harmonics that usher in major trend reversals. Sugar, a little different story here because this is the great crash of the entire world economy, right? I mean, that's what happened here. This is a de-risking, deleveraging thing, but go back. You're like, get wrecked, Mitch. Nah, I don't think so, dude. I don't think so. Where is it? Where is the effing harmonic? There it is. Maybe it shows on the 4 hour. I don't know. I don't know, man. This is weird. You see this? Identical pattern. XA. B. C. D. You can use the wick. I don't give a crap if you use the wick or not. It doesn't matter. Right? Major harmonic that ushers in a major trend reversal. So learn your Fibonacci. Learn your patterns, man. Harmony. It's beautiful. So yeah, just keep on pumping Bitcoin. Just keep it up. Still in a downtrend. You can clearly see Bitcoin's still in a downtrend. And we're going through a reflexive rally, and eventually this positive momentum is going to start waning, man. It's not going to stay positive momentum forever. It never, ever does, dudes.
Nothing better than waking up to you on my day off with a Cuban coffee and charts. Wife in background. Not this guy again. Ooh.
Is that a joint?
Dang, dude. Crypto Chef's wife doesn't like me? I mean, dude, you can't make everyone like you. I don't even know. But what's the purpose in life of trying to make everyone like you? You know? Because then you compromise who you are. And then you are always thinking about others and you're not thinking about just being yourself. And that's why I love streaming so much, because I get to actually be my genuine self. So, thanks, Crypto Chef. Hey man, maybe that's why I'm single too, right? I'm too much of myself when I stream. And if you've met me in real life, you know I'm the same exact person that you meet on stream. So, and that's how I'm able to stream like countless hours a day, because it's all real. It's not like, Dr. Disrespect puts on like a freaking show. He's an actual character. NASDAQ said it's, lowest low of the day, since we opened, session lows. And then you got you got the S&P and the Dow Jones kind of a little bit lower than their open. Hey, Grub man. Why don't you just marry that Mitch guy? Wrecked. Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, dude, if you know how to hunt and fish, you're going to be fine, dude. Bitcoin 72.43. What's it doing? In a way, in a little bit of a way, it is following the indices, I guess. But the indices aren't doing much of anything. Nor is gold. Gold's just sitting at that 100% measured move of the textbook Adam and Eve double bottom. We know Jeffy's out there somewhere just rolling in bullions. Like Scrooge McDuck.
Bruh.
I love gold. So here we go. A little bit more movement to the downside. Session lows on all the indices right now. Well, and I do it again. I get it. You know, the Omars of the world, the Moon Boys of the world. Oh my God, these $200 to $400 moves up. Oh, they love it to come to talk crap, to channel their hate and rage at the world, at me, and that's okay. I'll be a martyr, whatever. But I do think that there will be another major leg down on Bitcoin. The wave analysis stuff, you get X to A, then you get A to B, and we're gonna get a B to C. We will get a B to C, and probably after that we would get a C to D. C to D would be maybe where we take a trade, because we might be double bottoming or making a lower low, and we might be getting some major daily divergence. But the one thing that's kind of weird here that made me hesitant on being bullish so early was the fact that we haven't been doing the W stuff, right? The XABC Harmony stuff. But not only that, it's the weekly. It's like when we crashed, you're showing bullish divergence, but impending price action reversal to the upside, maybe that's happening right now. I mean, that's literally what's going on, right? Oh, sorry. And we got 420 viewers.
Is that a joint?
Let's go. Oh yeah, Lone Sofos, for sure. No, I responded to one of the scrubs yesterday in my YouTube comment section, like the static video, and it's like I gave the scenario for both, man.
Mitch, can we take a look at the VIX please? Also, can you explain how the VIX is calculated? Seems it just inverses the SPX, but others strongly disagree with that take and say it's forward-looking.
It is. It's like it's meant for the S&P 500, not the Dow. That's how it's measured, and it's the 30 days outlook for fear and uncertainty. And so this is kind of trying to imply that things are going to get less volatile over time, over the next 30 days. That's normally what it means. That's kind of like textbook what it means, right? Yeah, and you see that on the way up, the market was on the way down, right? That was the fear. And, you know, now we've been going up and down on the markets, and the VIX has been, besides this one day, it's been pretty much going straight down. And that's just because, hey, man, people, it's like market's getting complacent again. The fear just isn't there. People are not running to cash in as much. People are putting that money that they took out, they're putting it back in the market, at least some of it, on everything. Bitcoin, gold, silver, you effing name it. People are taking some money and putting back into assets around all markets. So when that happens, it's like, oh, people aren't as scared now. So the VIX keeps going down. And it should continue to fall. It's good that we got below 48. That's what we saw that in 2018. You're below that level now. Nice. So you just want to see this keep falling. And maybe the correlation could be in time. The S&P 500 makes its 50% retrace. Oh my God, what is this song? Sorry, dude, I gotta do it. Oh Lord. What do you mean a short position indicator? What is it? Killy kills, what does that mean? So we never quite got to that 96.50. We saw that at the highest level ever. It wasn't where traders settled up ever. It was just one insane wick. And before, you know, look, I mean, remember the global financial crisis lasted like 18 months, you know, that recession, you know, October 2008 here. And look, man, March 2009 is when we bottomed out. So you were still pretty freaking elevated when we were bottoming out. And then once it really, you know, we started recovering, you know, PPT, whatever, what's it called, TARP, you know, every day they're pumping the markets with bull crap. Not so free, right? A market. You just got central banks, Fed, just pumping it. Oops, regen. So, you know, it took a long time through in the recovery to get down to, you know, non-crazy levels. January 2010 when you started bottoming out. Regen, huh? Beep Connect. Oh, man, this thing swings a lot, dude. It's only down 2%, and it could. Well, let's look at it on the big screen. All right. Oh, this was just an idea. Someone was asking, but can you paint the rising wedge on Bitcoin, man? And you know, I've seen people's erroneous looking scrub wedges where there's too much white space and it looks like crap when you anchor from here. I'm like, look, man, if you're gonna
finally some selling on reg.
Bruh.
What's up, Grub, man? You read my mind again, dude. Thanks for the threads, man. Or maybe it's just because there's not much lag anymore. I don't know. Thank you, dude. Yeah. As is tradition, hopefully. All right, if all the TAs to be respected. I mean, it's like, I get it. It feels weird, man. Feels real weird. Shorting something that is working vigorously on a cure, or not a cure, but a vaccine for coronavirus. But at the same time, it's like the TA is so strong. Like, I mean, the arguments, you saw it on the Patreon, right? This is my most recent post, I think, right? That or Bitcoin. And it's just like, there's too many arguments to just ignore it. So, anyway, we'll get back to regen in 2 seconds. Just want to talk about, like, the wedge on Bitcoin, or like, can you do the wedge, man? It's like, all right, well, if there's a wedge, man, maybe this is it. And it's just an upsloping channel. And you're at the top end, I guess, if you anchor with this scam wick, and then it lines up. That's 3 touches up there, so it's starting to make more sense what it is, maybe. But very little selling on divergence, right? Not much. And so now it's the bears' turn, and the bears aren't doing that great of a job. But maybe we just had that attempted rally, and it's like X, A, B, C, D stuff. And if the macro sells off, then Bitcoin's going to sell off too. 72.16. All right, this is what I want to do, though, over here. That was just on the screen. It was worth talking about for a second. Regen Connect. See, it's like, meh. Up thrusting. Selling off, but for how long, man? Until it just rallies again. Losing its positive Momo. It looks fantastic on the daily. I mean, dude, the daily is gorgeous now. Like, if all things stay the same, this is the Gosu short, right? Because look at that beautiful divergence, man. I think that's gorgeous. That's like as good as it gets, really. And then you line up that divergence along with everything else, all the other arguments made in that analysis. And that's the recipe for a huge dump. But who knows? Who knows? Because the weird wild card variable is, well, they're working on trying to cure what's causing this economy to get wrecked, right? That's the only taboo thing about it. Oh, yeah. So, not much movement. S&P, Dow Jones, NASDAQ. I mean, they're all like lower than their open, a little bit off their session lows. Whatever, dude. Okay. Not very volatile today. Remember, a vaccine is not a cure, certainly. But again, a vaccine will, you know, definitely help. Bizco, what are you talking about, though? I mean, dumping's a strong word. Yeah, dude, I don't know how I feel. I mean, regen, it can just do what it's doing and then just rally again, man. It just gets, you just gotta forget about it. You know, one takes a position on this. And yeah, you look at it once a day and just say, whatever, dude. I'm adding another alert. So if we get even lower, we'll hear more beeps, but, meh. Yeah, Sam, if you cancel Discord, there's nothing we can do about it. It's not our fault. I mean, it's the Patreon platform, dude. So, yeah, you want to just cancel, like, towards the end of the month. Crazy how something we can't see has the ability to halt the world. Yep. But the question is, dude, why would you, like, join and then quit? Especially if you join for the right reasons, you wouldn't do that, I don't think. No one would join the Patreon for the right reasons and then quit like a couple days later. Just saying, man. Alright, so let's check on our best friend XRP. It's doing, I mean, it's almost identical to Bitcoin in the short term. Where you rallied, you hit the square up, you hit the top of the rising wedge pattern, you sold off with Bitcoin. Bitcoin rallied, so did XRP. Bitcoin's made a lower high technically than the previous high, just like XRP, and now you're at the exact same spot. I mean, hey man, you just zoom in like that. Hey man, it's Bitcoin. No, it's not. Zoom's pumping, man. Kroger's dumping. Oh man, why isn't Target dumping then? Someone was saying it was having a good day. We haven't looked at it yet. Yeah, I don't know. I guess that can be, that's valid, sure. But I mean, like, Kevin, he may not, like, you know, you don't even think about it. You don't think that Patreon is set up with Discord in a way where if you cancel, then it locks you out of everything. I guess that's true. I feel like maybe Brad has done a good job of articulating that in our guidelines so people don't just, so people know how it works, you know? Maybe we'll discuss that, and this could be precedents for more communication beforehand, because we always talk about, like, you don't want to join like at the end of the month because you'll get billed immediately. So maybe we might need to talk about that more. I don't know. I'll talk to Brad about it, but it seems valid as a. I get it, man. I get you. Oh yeah, dude. Well, don't worry, Sam. We're working on our own system. And it'll be really seamless where you can stay a part of the Patreon, or you can join the new system that's exactly the same, but it's going to be a lot better in terms of like the organization of all the education and stuff. It's just like we got someone working on it, so we've had someone been working on it, I think, for like a year now. So we're working on leaving the Patreon system and having our own, so we're not confined to all the guidelines and all the bullcrap of Patreon. Looking Coffee halted. Oh my god, man. Imagine Luckin Coffee committing fraud and getting halted on trading and being down again 18%. I don't even think it, yeah, it's like not even, you can't even trade it. It was down this much yesterday, wasn't it? So imagine that. And then Tao, same thing. I mean, not as bad, believe me. I don't think Tao was near as bad a fraud as Luckin Coffee. You're talking Luckin Coffee was like like a chief officer that was committing this, and it was like $300 million worth of fraud. And then you talk about Tao, which was supposed to be just one employee. Maybe they're just saving face. Who knows? It's any news or information that comes out of China, dude. It's hard to even want to think about believing it, you know, especially when it has something to do with fraud. But like, yeah, one employee, and they said it was only about, they were inflating the numbers about 3 to 4% more of their sales, right, or something. So not as bad, not near as bad as Luckin Coffee, but dang, man, this was the lotto one. Thought Tao was gonna do things, and commies bought it up, man. What's up, Coach K? It was delisted from Robinhood, man. Rob 'em good. Dump it and then delist it. Nice. No, actually, Morgan Freegan, you know what's next? IQ. Literally IQ. And news broke this morning on it, where there's fraud being committed, or they found fraud. So no, not Neo. Maybe Neo will be next after IQ. So there you go. 3% of their 900 million revenue is still 30 million. Yeah, Brennan, but it's down technically, right? It gapped down to $50, man. When it was down $39 after hours yesterday, its lowest point. Ridiculous. Okay, so we got I don't know, a little bit more selling going on. Nasdaq is at its lows of the day, 79.16. S&P Dow Jones kind of just right off their lows of the day. Imagine filling a gap at like 24.80. Oh, those numbers from China are definitely fake, dude. Okay, here we go. Lows of the day on the Dow Jones. And now the S&P, 2666. Well, yeah, Brennan, it's China. And, you know, every Chinese company that exists, I think with over 500 employees or whatever, they have a communist ambassador, right? They make sure that you're in compliance with the Communist Party. Make sure you're not, especially with TAL education, I would imagine. They're all over it. Make sure you, look, hey, in between that math and science lesson, be sure to tell those kids how good communism is, all right? Yeah. That's TAL. So, 79.06, NASDAQ, close the day. Gold's selling up just a little bit. 1647, and Bitcoin's just hanging around 7240. Luckin Coffee wrecked. Good. They deserve it. All these Chinese fraud companies deserve it. So good old Target. had a good start to the day, but with the S&P selling off, it can't be easy being cheesy. Sorry. So nice. No volume on the rally though. Dang, man. If anything, decreasing volume on the rally. Oh, almost inexistent volume. So big, or not big one. The S&P Dow Jones keep selling off, and they go to the low, like they go lower than the lows yesterday and keep going. You know where Target's going. It's gonna have to go down too, man. Oh yeah, Sam, sure. Well, no, we wouldn't even need to do prorate ever, because like we'd be able to control when people, like, dude, there wouldn't be this. It'd be upfront payment, but it would be like your subscription would last 30 days, right? I mean, it wouldn't be like Patreon now, where if you don't join on the first, you don't get the best value, right? That's what we're trying to cut out too. So if you joined on the 8th today, you would have a subscription to Patreon until May 8th, right? I think that's the best. Screw prorates, just do it right, you know? We would do it right, not like Patreon. Bitcoin halving happened 2 hours ago, with no new block mined since. Wrecked, MG. Jeez, man. But dude, MG, it's Bitcoin Cash, man. You just don't get it. Well, man, for all the halvening talk and all the Bitcoin Cash insane, indoctrinated people that sometimes come here, it didn't do much anything. You're up 3.41%. You're actually outperforming everything today. On my watch list, everything, including Link, which is up 3.29%. So congratulations. It doesn't look like much of an up day, does it? It was this candle right here. But that was when Bitcoin engulfed too. Giving back over half that. And look, you know what this resistance right here, 270 or 269. Oh my God, sorry. Look left, right? Yeah, dude, this is a major support resistance. Like, holy crap, breaking that, you could have a smooth ride up to much higher prices. I mean, that's not a joke. That's real. I mean, you could see, like, if you ever broke 268, you could see $300. There's not much resistance. Look, historical correlation of price action between 268 and $300. Straight down, straight up, straight up, straight down, straight up. You know, you stalled here, you ran it one more time, straight down, right? Straight down, straight up. I mean, you see the historical correlation of price action here. If Bitcoin Cash could ever get above 268, there is a good chance you could see $302. And that could make sense. Bitcoin has to perform though, and Bitcoin would probably have to break 7,400 for Bitcoin Cash to see the promised land. $302, 100% measured move puts you at 324 or so. If it was to play out the whole way, I don't know. Bitcoin Cash equals 14-day-old tendies in the trunk of your car. That's gross, dude. What about bugs, man? Why are there ants in my car? Did you check your trunk? Yeah, Danny. Oh, 7%. Yeah, they make 7% off of, everything. So, someone needs to make a better alternative to Patreon? No. Like, someone making a better alternative to Patreon is someone doing it themselves and housing it. Because you're just going to get someone who's like, oh, we're only going to charge 5%. And then they'll understand that the only way for their revenue and money to grow is not, you can get new people with advertising, but you understand they will artificially grow by just upping the percentage that they charge, just like PayPal does. Like, they're very small, and it's incremental. The amount more they charge per transaction, but it just creeps on up. They're publicly traded. They're trying to make money. They got to. So how do you do that? How do you easily do that? You just put the money, or you put it on the you put the burden on the consumer. And it's not like you're providing a service any better. It's just you're just raising the rate. And that happens everywhere, dude, all the time. Restaurants, that's mainly their only way to grow, since you have like a finite amount of seats inside a restaurant. Oh, okay, well, we'll just up the price of literally everything by a certain amount of, cents or dollar or two. And that just gets put on the customer. And that in itself is a form of inflation. You'll be seeing way more of that. And you'll be getting less 2-for-1 deals, Anyway, we're talking about Bitcoin Cash and tendies and trunk, and now something else. Whew. Yeah, Patreon isn't all bad. I mean, the fact that I never have to lose sleep or think about, a site getting hacked, right? Whatever happens, they take care of it. They cover it, right? So, like, those are things I will have to worry about if I have my own system, right? Well, CSX, not just that. He's saying, same for the whole $15 minimum wage. It will cause the price of everything to go up. Not just that. That will make, and it's already happened. You thought there were, hey, there's like however many jobs at a restaurant. Well, now there's half those because everything's automated with, you know, you just have the customer now fill in their order on a kiosk. You no longer have, why pay those people? So people who scream for $15 minimum wage, guess what? There are geniuses at the top that have ways to cut costs. If we have to do this, then we're gonna say screw it. We're not gonna hire near as many people. Good luck. And then what? It doesn't fix the problem. So yeah, mandatory minimum wage is great. You know, it's ideal, I guess you could say, in a utopian society, but in a free market, man, people are like, the people who own the businesses are going to find ways around that. So
check out TA. Retrace to point 786.
Bruh.
EA Sports, it's in the game. It was in the games back in the day, and then the crash happened. Been a minute, man. I'm glad I took profit when I did it was the bearish divergence. Okay, so you were asking about what, man? Retrace to 786. Yeah, we're at it. Very interesting though, man. Like this one, you know, it definitely, like, this was the crash, you know, I mean, it's the way the market works. I wonder if we could draw a channel now. Turn on the top. Yeah, see, like a channel or something could be the way it's looked at. I mean, you can clearly see that we had broken out, but we're back in it now, right? You see that? That's the way you could have had it. And you're saying it's 786. Ah, man, these ones are weird. This Activision's very similar in the way it looked and it rallied, and I think Activision got an upgrade. You can talk about extreme amounts of hidden bearish divergence. Look no further than the EA. Look at this high to this much higher high. Or sorry, it's a lower high with much higher levels of positive momentum. That'll begin to wane at some point. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, if I see actually an edge here for a trade or anything, it's just a V-shaped recovery for now. Let's get rid of this. You think about it, it's like, what if it's like XA? Well, I don't really see much of a structure. You could try to anchor 1 and 2 now. I don't know, like, right? A new anchor on the bottom. And you just got yourself a channel like that. I mean, that's possible. So it's run its course, I guess. You know, this is a nice, real good 3 white soldiers reversal. It looks like you're in the midst of a 3 white soldiers reversal. Dude, I don't know. I mean, like, then you do that, and then you could say, well, maybe it's just a wedge. You know, it's a scrubby wedge with a lot of white space. Right? That's only 4 touches. You need 5 for a valid wedge. So, you dumped, and it just looks like a very large bearish consolidation patterns in development, maybe. From your high to low. You already hit a 50% retrace, like to Jesus, man, right? And now you're rallying, where maybe eventually hit 112.42, but you said a 786 retrace from this high to low here. Sure. Ugh, see, like, no edge. It's very tough to see an edge on the market, man. I don't know. Like, video games are one that actually you think would do well in this kind of recession, where when the earnings come out again, they're gonna do very well compared to everyone else? Because how did their business change? It only was good for them. They make virtual transactions for their game and people buy it. They're bored. When people are stuck at home because of government mandates, you would think people would play video games more. So that'd be more video games bought, more in, microtransactions purchased, all that, right? So I don't know how it could be really bad for EA or Activision or Take-Two, really. Or even, I don't know, Zynga's different because people aren't on the go as much, so they may not play microtransaction or those freemium games as much. They might play like higher quality games, right? You're at a PC or you're on a console. I mean, yeah, it does look like if you were to zoom out on the weekly, it doesn't look great per se. Huge impulse, and just, now you have upsloping consolidation, maybe on new anchor point. What if you ran up to 115? Maybe that'd be a short if we could get there ever. But again, like, there's no edge on the 4 hour at all. I mean, there's hidden bearish divergence, I guess. Look, the highs of that. Yeah, so the daily and the 4 hour are kind of showing hidden bearish divergence on the MACD. That's about it. Great. All right, some assets just look better than others. Some have like trade setups. So here we go, we got an edge. And some are like, well, we don't have much of an edge at all. So we'll look at it and analyze it to the best of our ability. But you can't make something be amazing. Yeah, deep retrace for sure. Yeah, I hope it is a wake-up call, CSX, man. I really hope this is a catalyst to shift the way things have been going since 2001, when China joined the World Trade Organization and we started losing tens of thousands of jobs per day for a while back then. And at this point we have the Rust Belt where millions of jobs were lost. And what were those millions of jobs replaced with? Lack of fulfillment in life, depression, mental illness, drugs, fentanyl coming in from China. Yeah, that's what happened when all those jobs went away. Middle America, in a lot of ways, collapsed. And it broke the spirits of a lot of Americans. And so, yeah, dude, I would love nothing more than somehow this is a wake-up call that maybe we shouldn't be, but we got about 84 to 85% of all medicine made is in China for us. That's a pretty insane dependence on a communist regime, dude. That's right, Crypto Cash. If this doesn't wake us up, nothing will at all. Hey, if you're enjoying the live stream, that like button, that bell, that sub. Thanks for the 500 people tuned in, and thanks for the 174 likes. Holy crap. Yeah, look it up, Crypto Cash. It's real life. Whose fault is that? Definitely our own fault, or our politicians' fault. Wouldn't that be Clinton and Bush? I think mainly Clinton. And when that happened, our GDP on average every year got cut in half. It was like 3.9% and dropped down to 1.5 on average every year since then. So, yeah, we literally cucked ourselves. You're never going to produce most things as cheap as them. Sure, dude. Well, guess what, man? It's in the long run, you can make the argument now it's going to cost us more, right? It could cost us more because of things like this. And, you got to think about this whole this quarantining stuff, self-imposed recession we're putting on ourselves. Like, there will become a breaking point, right? There will be a point where it costs more money, and it can cost more lives in time soon, when staying home, hiding from, catching the virus and spreading it, right? It can be more costly sitting at home doing nothing than actually going to work with gloves and mask on, and everyone doing that. Because again, man, like it's going back to what I was talking about, the Rust Belt. You displace all the jobs. Well, guess what? That's happening everywhere in the West now. Everything's shut down. No one can work. No one can interact with people at all. So people start turning to drugs. People start turning to alcohol. Just bad stuff that can become a habit, can become addiction. Studies have been done that people that are unemployed have a 2 to 3-fold elevated chance of committing suicide. So if no one's working, no one can interact. We're social creatures, man. So when you start messing with that like this, dude, bad stuff will start happening. Mental health deterioration will start happening. So it's going to hit a point where I'd rather take my chances with a virus that could spread than the entire Western world, becoming dependent on drugs, alcohol, becoming depressed. And it's not their fault. It's because we're supposed to interact with humans. We evolved that way in tribes. So, you get it, man. Did anyone get what's going on? Everyone keeping up? I don't know, man. I know it's early in the morning. It's far too early in the morning to be talking about all this stuff. It's deep, dudes.
Bruh.
Time? Okay. I don't like the macro, but I get why you want to look at it. To range. Made a high or low. Where is it, dudes? There it is.
Can you look at time, please? Thanks.
Sure. Robazor. Thanks, man. So I don't like the macro. Because it's the inverse Drake song. Started from the top, now we're here. But, kind of like Olin a little bit, right? Olin was bullish, though, long before. Anyway, so, it's like you sprung, and then you back tested the spring, and now you're rallying. And, yep, if you're lucky, you'll continue on up. This is following the S&P, at least in the short term, right? The crash, and then I think this probably, they started crashing before the major part, the major index funds started falling apart. It had a little head start, didn't it? But it up thrusted through the top of the range, didn't it? Yep. So, if you're talking about retrace, you know how we do it, man. You just exceeded the 236. Gotta be careful with the double top. Oh man, so you gotta be careful here. Hopefully you can just keep going, and maybe you see the 200 day, 200 moving average on the 4 hour, $1.24. But look, you're starting to, there you go, a peak, and now you're making the same peak with lower levels, and that's why you say it needs to continue on, otherwise you will just start developing bearish divergence on the MACD. Gross. But it's your common retrace zone for this. 131 to 158. If you swing for the fences, it's going to be the 786 that is confluent with the top of the trading range. Right? 1 and 2, that starts it, and then everything else after, it's the correlation of the range. Okay, so great. Yeah, near the bottom, lower risk areas, but what is happening? It's such low volume that it hasn't even moved today. That's so confusing. Look, dude, we are 1 hour into the trading session and it hasn't moved. What is the volume on this crap? Oh my god, 39,000 volume. Good luck getting your orders filled the way you want, dude. I stay away from assets like this that have such low volume that you'll never get what you want. Imagine doing market orders on something with such low volume. You'll get wrecked. So, blah. Be careful, man. Low volume S-stop. Time technologies. TSX Rockford. That's very true, man. WTO NAFTA. Yep, it really was. The good news is most XRP children are sleeping.
Does BRRRR of Dark Cloud over only the daily?
Nick, I think you posted something about this in the Discord. I looked at it and I'm like, wasn't that a bearish engulfing candle? It completely covered the previous. I might be wrong, and maybe I was not at a computer. I was looking on the phone. I'm like, what? That looks like engulfing. Yeah, dude, that was a bearish engulfing candle. I knew it. My eyes did not betray me. Look, this candle completely covered the other. And now you're getting follow-through price action after the bearish engulfing. No, it is not dark cloud cover. Even though I guess you could say technically. But bearish engulfing is kind of like the end-all be-all. That's kind of what you want in the end. I think a bearish engulfing is probably better than dark cloud cover. Stronger. So, no, but who cares? It's still a bearish argument, so you win there, right? And so we're getting followed through 244.02, and well, I mean, there was absolutely no bearish divergence or anything up here on the daily. Just bearish or bullish convergence. You're not oversold. You never even got close. That's crazy. You never got even close to overbought. Sorry. So yeah, this could be that could have been the close in reverse candle, and we could continue down and sell off. And you'd probably think the first target would be around 230, which is this old trend line, and a huge ascending broadening wedge where we broke out, up thrusted, fell back in. Now we're out again. So yeah, come back down 230, but you know, if you're just talking about minor swing low to high for retraces. I mean, 232, there you go. That's the 50% retrace. That's a reasonable target for now. If you're lucky, 224, but you're gonna be running into support resistance looking left a little bit more, right? The 618 is confluent with this little peak from December of 2019. That seems like probably where Vertex is going in the short term. Always a chance you could, you know, I've got an open mind, man, and an open heart. Where it's be a cipher, right? A 786, if you're ever lucky. It's just, this is, again, free thinker patent right here.
Is that a joint?
Can we take a peek at BBY?
Yeah. Sure. Best Buy. Not Bed Bath & Beyond, right? Correct. Almost the exact same ticker. Much different stories on the chart. BBBY and then BBY. Thanks for 420. Oh my god, it's a friggin' W like everything else. Now it's starting to show that bearish. Oh my god, it's almost like I'm looking at the S&P 500. Jeez. Yeah, hit the bottom of the range, or not a range, it just hit an ice line and jumped like crazy, or got very close. Look, that December 2018, January 2019 low. You didn't touch it exactly. It was a 99.5% retrace. And since then, yeah, you've been forming the W, the X, A, the B, the C, and if you're lucky, you know, D would be up at the 886. Because this would be, in fact, a bat pattern. But at the same time, we could just screw around a little bit. Let's just screw around, man. I mean, this is probably erroneous. Would it be just a channel? Yeah, it pretty much is just a channel, man. So you could look at it like bearish consolidation. I don't know if like the macro has the legs to get you to an 88% retrace. I just don't know, man. I think we're in a recession, and it might be wishful thinking to believe that this could ever happen, all right? Though we can talk about it being a dragon in a way. You can definitely say dragon. That's the dragon breakout you had a few days ago. And if that's the case, then the targets for the dragon, 50%, or it's really the 618, not even 50%. So the target for this I'm just saying, if it's actually to play out, I mean, you could say it could very well reverse at 70 bucks, but you'd probably be looking for 75.26, and this will not happen if the S&P decides it's time to dump, and we've made our highest high. Right, you're making this bearish divergence on the 4 hour. You got receding volume on about the same high. That's not bullish. That's a form of divergence in itself. So I don't know, man. Like, you're in the golden zone, right? Even with a dragon or a pattern or anything, we understand with Fibonacci, you've already hit a 38% retrace. So it could reverse here, even though it did hit the 382 once reversed. So you think that maybe this time we break it and go to the next fib node, which is 70 bucks. Okay. There you go. Best Buy dragon pattern. Okay. They're not bat patterns recently. They're dragons. They're immature bats. They're not bats until they come up and hit 886s, right? So, nah. You don't have a bunch of bats, but you have a bunch of these. Are we not looking for it on Bitcoin on a significant time scale, man? This is why I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Yeah. X, A, B, C. It's called wave analysis. And you get it over and over and over on every market. Wave analysis, the XABCD. So just waiting for Bitcoin to do that. It needs to have another major sell-off, in my opinion. And it'll get the second leg. Anyway, been live now for 1 hour and 9 minutes. If you're enjoying this morning bell stream, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. Thanks so much. Just looking across the markets. Guess what? The welfare market has decided to go green just a little bit. S&P 500. It is above its open by like $1. And again, we haven't seen the 50% retrace, so that is really kind of the target, $2,800. Yes, it is. Not a joke. Who would take a cruise in the next 6 months, though? I don't know. Do I have a 2080 Ti? I certainly do. I have a 2080 Ti, and then I also, below it, I have a 1080 Ti as my mule monitor. It encodes my 55-inch TV and one of my utility monitors. So yeah, still patiently waiting for the 3080 Ti, which I think I need for sure. I actually do go that far on graphics, where it would definitely benefit me. Yeah, dude. Yeah, if you didn't know, as of yesterday, it was like the stream had ended and I noticed it, but we hit 24,000 subs, man. So we're making it slowly but surely, but man, what a freaking long road to 30K. See, 25K is nothing but a moral victory. And woo, we did it, 25K. But 30K, we actually get stuff out of it. Our freaking stream, our community gets something out of it. So it's such a weird number. No, I used to be a gamer until I took a technical analysis to the knee when I was in my early 20s, and then games literally stopped being I don't know, something I wanted to do. I don't know. It's weird. Are we getting divergence in the S&P? Yeah, but not if it goes green. Not if we continue to run up. Then all of a sudden, it won't be maturing. Dude, just know that if 50% is 2,800, we've got the Fed, central banks doing unprecedented nuclear activity on money printing. buying up equities. I mean, they're doing everything. I don't even know what they're capable of in terms of what they can actually do to this market if they go this insane, which they have gone insane. So well, yeah, I played Skyrim back in the day, man. I still listen to Skyrim Atmospheres like almost every day. It's like meditation. What's up, Third Eye Trader? If I played PC, which game would I play? What do you mean, if I play PC? Fed's in the chat. What's up, Fed? So if you don't know, if you're tuning in, Target, man, 101.41 finally got above 100, dudes. The divergence finally played out. It took just one more test. And on the daily, I think it looks like an Adam and Eve now with this last test. Adam and Eve double bottom, 3.21% up. Let's go. I think your 108 is kind of like the target, right? I mean, or this down sloping resistance anytime you get to it. That's like the neckline of the potential double bottom and, you know, or the supply line. Bitcoin dollar is dead. He says he's late for Bitcoin. Cash, I don't know what you're talking about. We did look at it. We did analyze it, and it had its halvening now, and not one block has been mined since the halvening, from what someone said in chat. So you're right. Yeah, Crypto Steve. Yeah, man. Zoom though, looking at Zoom, it wasn't really that great. It was like one of those that I don't know, it like was an anomaly that was inversing the stock market crash, acting as a hedge in a way, and now we've got all these, like, you're finding out more about Zoom, the Zoom bombing, and it's not really secure and all this stuff. I don't know. New York State government's not allowing their workers to use Zoom because of security issues. Oh wow, Chalupa, we smoked a brisket on the pit overnight. Dude, brisket is like the best meat of all time. Like, there's nothing better than brisket, man. Nothing. Like, you can talk about ribeyes, prime ribs, filet mignon, dude. I know it's a different category in a way, but like, you're talking about flavor and taste. If it's done right, nothing can compete with brisket, man. Sorry. You're out of your mind if you think otherwise. Or maybe you just haven't had good brisket. That might be it. Yeah, Chalupa, dude. That's exactly why I say that. Yeah, I experienced Texas brisket this summer when I was in Austin. And yeah, that was it. I mean, that was all she wrote. I'm like, I just love brisket. And I went to, you probably, well, if you're in Texas, maybe you've heard of it, Valentina's. Yeah, maybe, yeah, okay. Wagyu, Kobe beef, yeah, I get it, but that's, I just don't know, man. Is it Valentine's or the Valentina's? Oh, my bad. Whichever one it was. I have a picture of it on my Instagram somewhere. But I thought it was with an A, Valentina's. Yeah, see, it's Valentina's. I'm not crazy, man. How long was I in Austin? Oh, about a week, man. I was there about a week. It was the longest of any of my trips I took last year, for sure. And it was really because I was going to see if I wanted to live there. I did like the vibe. But events occurred. One of my best friend's dads passed away, and went to the funeral and all that and saw him. And, you know, it really hit me hard. Because it's like, you know, he's like, you want to spend as much time with your dad as possible before he's gone. And just, again, it was like one of those events where it's like, man, I was ready to get out. And then, like, that event kind of took the wind out of my sails and getting the F out of Alabama as fast as I could, which I still want to get the F out. Once all this stuff settles, I still am. Like, I feel like I'm losing my mind here, really. I just don't fit in at all here anymore. Why, Wayne Batson? What is it? What's the problem, dude? I'm sorry. Look, I'm no Kramer. It's not like I've got some sort of big deal with a TV organization, man. Okay, I'm just some random guy who likes streaming. Didn't do the right internship, so I never got in news. And I'm kind of glad, because I have a brain. And I didn't want to just be reading a teleprompter. Yeah, probably Chad. Oh, he has trouble fasting watching the stream? Sorry. Yeah. I need to go to the center for kids who can't read good. Or can do other things good. What's wrong in Alabama? There's nothing, like, necessarily wrong with it. Like, it's like, I hate it, man. But it's like, I've lived here my whole life. I've never lived outside of this state before in my life. I mean, when I went to college, I lived in Tuscaloosa for 5 years. So, I mean, like, dude, just... It's time. It's time for... I'm single. I don't have to be here because of work or a career, you know, that is... makes me stay rooted here. And what I do with my job, I'm completely, you know... Dude, it's such a weird social thing, dude. Trying to relate with people here with what I do. You can imagine an extremely conservative state where, you know, everyone answers no because that's the way it's always been. You know, it's a weird kind of stigma doing what I do kind of for a living, which is like just live streaming. It's weird, man. People think I have like, I'm seriously crazy here. Yeah, Bywin, that's the plan, dude. Yep, definitely the plan. Why would I come to LA and so I can be a peasant? No thanks, dude. I'd rather be just a normal person, a non-peasant. Am I gonna stay in the South? I mean, yeah, like it's so difficult. I just like paralyzed because I like anywhere I go, I'm not really gonna know anybody. Right, that's the scary thing. It's like I'm not going for a reason. I'm going because I just want to go somewhere, and I don't feel like I fit in anywhere because of with what my job is. Right, and everyone here, you're all a different part of the world or a different part of the country. You know, so it's like each person's hundreds of miles away from each other in this community, right? For the most part. So. Not like there's like, hey man, there's a ton of us here in Austin, or you know, there might be a ton of you in LA. I'm just not going to Cali. It's crazy, dude. It's way too polarized politically, and the tax amounts, like, you'd have to be insane to want to move to LA if you care about your long-term wealth and prosperity. This is a Dr. Phil channel. Hello worlds. Nah, man, it's my channel. So if you don't want to watch it, you can just leave, man. God forbid I talk about TA nonstop for an hour and 10 minutes and then take a 10 minute break to talk with the community. Oh wait, yeah, this is supposed to be like a news program. This is supposed to be like CNBC where they talk at you, not with you or to you, right? How about Australia? Nah, mate. Gonna stay in the States. Do love America. There's nothing wrong with, absolutely nothing wrong with Australia. I mean, I've never been there. I'd love to visit there one day. I will.
For the fall of Tall.
Yeah, the fall of Tall. Very disappointing. I mean, are you kidding me? Like, Luckin halted trading because of fraud. And now you got Tau, which was down to $39 yesterday, is now up to like $51. What a joke. Thanks for the 10, dude. How do I feel about this drop and everything? Do I like the volatility? What are you talking about, Blue? There is no drop. The stock market's now about to be at its highest high of the day. Well, the S&P anyway. Look, dude, it's like you never hit the 50% retrace. All you did yesterday was you gapped up and you filled a gap. You filled the gap. And now, okay, still continuing this retracement from your all-time highs to the lowest low of the crash. The golden zone, you're in the midst of it, but you haven't even hit the midpoint. Dow's theory, 2800. That's still pretty much the target. I mean, it might be insane to break that and to see somehow, I don't know how, man. Like if you see the 618, it's gonna be nuts. But we do, I'm saying it's gonna be nuts in this particular situation because we're talking about the world economy being shut down. Like how in the world do you have a moderate deep retrace after the world economy shuts down and trillions of dollars are gonna be lost? Oh wait, the Fed? It's not even the free market anymore. It's just like China. Oh, the government's just gonna pump the markets, dude. Sure, that's what happens if you get the 618 at this point, I think. Put it in the chat. Yeah, man. Yeah. I knew the rules. Well, I mean, like... Yeah, it's an interesting look. It is indeed. But you gotta be careful on this one, it seems. Gotta be careful on Procter & Gamble Crypto Chef, dude. Why? Look at the supply line. You up thrusted. You're still below the 200 moving average. And yesterday we bearish engulfed. Bearish engulfing. You had a pretty much 100% retrace. I mean, 98% retrace from the previous high. Right, so below all the previous peaks, so you're still making lower highs. Your previous major low was the lowest low of everything, right? So nice, and you had divergence on the 4-hour, triple RSI divergence. It was great, and then you rallied, and now you made a lower high and you're selling off. But of course, if the macro wants to go to 50%, then Procter & Gamble is just going to come back up. You really want to break this supply line again. But then right after, you didn't even test before. You're going to have to test and break 121.50, 124.54, and 128.46. All those. Got to break those. All right. This broke out of the uptrend that started in 2009. You got to zoom out, go to the weekly to see it. But yeah, this fell out of a major uptrend. No, that's not a 3-line strike, huh? No, dude. No, 3-line strikes. That's a 4 Japanese candlestick pattern. 4, not a crap load. 3-line strike. You have 3 red candles that are going down, and then you have one. It's a bullish engulfing candle of the previous 3 candles. That is a 3-line strike, and it's like the rarest pattern that exists on the markets. You barely ever see them. 3 red, consecutive down candles, and then 1 bullish engulfing candle of those 3 candles. 3-line strike reversal. Yeah, Crypto Cash. I was thinking maybe Austin for that, right? That was the whole point. But I was like, man, it's hot out there, and it's flat. You know, there's no view really. It's kind of like, So I was like thinking maybe Tampa, because that's kind of, it's on the beach, and maybe there's a nice nightlife and stuff. I just want like a social city, you know. Where I live, I don't live in a really social city. The place I live is like for raising a family, and it's great for that. It's incredible for that. But I'm not in that phase of my life, and would love to be, but I'm not going to force it. I'm not going to go settle. I'm not just going to get imprisoned for the sake of being imprisoned by someone I'm not physically attracted to and mentally attracted to at the same time. It's not an easy combination. If I want to be a peasant, I could go to New York, sure. Yeah, Kevin. She said no. You're right. Jacob, you moved to Dallas-Fort Worth at 26 because you outgrew your small central Arkansas town. It was a good decision. Texas is awesome. Yeah, I know. It's just like making the jump. Expensive and just, I've never done it before. I'm like a freaking hobbit, man. Never lived. This is the farthest I've ever gone. No, Daniel. Oh, I was planning on it this year until Corona Connect, so. War Machine, we both know that. We all know that. It's a joke now at this point. Love tornadoes, but not that much, Drew. Okay. All right, Peter Vandrill. Noted. Noted, dude. When I figure out where I'm going, I'll have to keep that in mind for South Africa, right? Anyway, 2688, we've been live now for an hour and a half. We've been looking at mostly everything. And there's just not much volatility today, not much movement across the markets, dude. And Bitcoin would be included in those markets. Just do a US tour. I mean, I traveled more last year than I have in my entire life in a 365-day period. So I did kind of do that, but it's a new year and now everything's stopped. Like, I can't go and do anything. I can't make plans now. I'm like, Portland, isn't that like the social justice warrior capital of America? Or one of them? Kean Wolf, infiltrated by Marxism, like bad? Holy crap, man. St. Petersburg over Tampa. I don't know, man. Like, it's tough, dude. It's a weird position when you work remotely and you can live anywhere you want and you want to live somewhere else because you lived somewhere your whole life. Yeah, buy when. That's it, man. Here we go. Hey, session eyes on the S&P. About to be at 2,700 again. Well, Les Grossman, if 10 to 25,000 doesn't happen this year with what the Fed and what is going on with the world and just the debt drunk central banks, I mean, if it doesn't happen this year, when the heck would it ever happen, like for Bitcoin to do something like that, to go up to much higher prices? And like, I would think it's possible it could happen this year, but why? Like, what about the next leg down and then we go? Configure. I have a rig for mobility. What are you talking about, GHP? I've got one of the best laptops money can buy, and you've seen my live streams when I have traveled, and they're great. It's almost like you know, I'm not even leaving, but the issue is, for me, it's not as fun. Like streaming on 2 monitors when I normally have like 5 to 7, you know, it's just different. Is it the best laptop BTC can buy? Maybe. No, probably not. I don't even know. I guarantee you, you couldn't use Bitcoin to buy the laptop I own. So. Okay, so still below 7,400. Divergence played out, but that's it. So you think, like, if the S&P gets to 2,800, you think Bitcoin's gonna be at 7,400 or higher? Real talk. Dow Jones just hit its high of the day. You're about to touch 23,000. Nasdaq's about to be at its high of the day. You're about to touch 8,000. So all these rounded numbers incoming. Thanks for the 534 people tuned in. Just looking at the markets, man. See if we can get 300 likes. It's possible. We got the peoples. What's so weird about Bitcoin is, and what's made me hesitant this whole way up is, you know, as it for the trader side of me, and I talked about it a little earlier, is like, you know, normally after crash, you get reflex rallies, and then you create some sort of harmonic, right, a W pattern, XABCD or something. But look on the weekly here, it's like as soon as you got down here, it's like you're automatically in pending price action reversal now, boom, and you're getting that reversal. The question is, like, dude, you know, on the weekly, if you break 7,400, there's really no real resistance on the weekly to like 8,200. But we know like 7,800 is a square up. We know 8,000 is the 618 golden retrace. We know we're in a downtrend. But we know that there's an XABCD thing going on too. It's like harmonic in itself, and you're now on a new wave, the rally wave. So normally you want to have the 4-hour, the daily, the weekly lineup all together. And in this situation with the crash, it happened so fast that there was no way for the daily to line up with a weekly. So it was just the weekly by itself. There was no structure. It was just weekly bullish divergence. That's your only edge. That's it. That's one variable. Even though it's on a very significant time scale, it's just not the best. And that's why you're like looking for one more sell-off so the daily can give us what we want. Yeah, Robert, we're just talking pipe dreams now, man. Like, when the heck am I going to be able to really do something comfortably again because of this virus crap? I mean, it's put everyone's life is on hold now because of this self-imposed recession, quarantine, whatever you want to call it, we put on ourselves. No more saxophone. The good news is, man, like, this is why, you know, whether it goes up or down, you can sleep well if you have a hold account where you have a conviction to Bitcoin, like life or death. You say, I will own Bitcoin until my deathbed. If you have a mentality like that for some of the money, because you truly believe in what it is, who cares? Like, oh my God, it crashed. It's rallying. I'm not in a trade per se, but my God, my hold account is continuing to appreciate value. So I don't lose out. Not really. Now, people that are in and out of Bitcoin, yeah, like, they're going to miss out on runs like this because, like, if there's no edge on the market, you know, like for a trader,
for a long, you know, like they'll miss the gains. But again, having a hold position and then having another account for trading really makes it to where you don't, it helps you not become emotional about Bitcoin. Because like if you're not in a trade on Bitcoin and a long and Bitcoin's around the upside, well, my hold account's doing great. Wendy Brown Eye, yes and no. He got with me one time like 8 to 9 days ago and telling me he was threatening all this and wasn't really apologetic, broken English, and he's like, send me your Bitcoin address, I'll send the money back. And I'm like, okay, thanks, would appreciate that, and please be sure to shut down. He said he quit, so I'm like, be sure to shut down the system in which you can get paid, because people right now think that if they go to your site, you will be offering them a product and they'll pay you up front and you'll never get back with them. And I told him just to stop that, and he hadn't said a effing word to me yet in 8 to 9 days. So he hasn't responded. And when he knows now he owes me money, and he is a true scammer. This guy is a literal scammer, a man with no name on Twitter, is a huge scammer until he pays me my money back, which he knows now. Like, he was ghosting me before. Maybe he didn't see it. Well, now we know he has seen it. Dude, Robert, I'm not worried about that. I mean, like where I'm at, man, I don't get enough social interactions to even be myself anywhere. It's just like everything's so far out of the way, and when I have to go out of the way to go somewhere, it's like, nah. It's the same place, man. I've been my whole life. I'm tired of it. $26.91 S&P. Not much going on. Sure, we could rally throughout the day, maybe. I did, Chalupa. I did. I doubt I'll get anything, but whatever. I sound depressed? No, dude. Why do I sound depressed? Because wait, if I was depressed, wouldn't I be showing like signs of like not wanting or caring anymore? Oh my god, Jason, man, having the chat, let's go.
Is that a joint? Bruh.
Dude, Jason, man, thank you so much for joining the Patreon. Welcome. Very grateful, because people like you, I'm able to come back multiple times a day and do analysis of your favorite S coins, equities, commodities, whatever you want, man. Thank you, man. That 178, we are 2 patrons away from matching just last month's number high, 180. So 2 off, man. Still early in the month, so I mean, you still can get plenty of value out of the Patreon if you truly care about investing in yourself and learning. Thank you, man. Oh, I know, Fritz. I'm not, dude. He's not like, there are people that have literally tried to gaslight me into believing I'm depressed or something because I sometimes talk about my life because I'm a live streamer and it's not a TV show. People say like, okay, instead of commercials shoved down your throat every 5, 10, 15 minutes, you get a little bit of dose of me sometimes. You get to know me a little bit better. You know, I mean, like, and if you don't like that, go watch CNBC and turn me off, dude, and never turn me back on, right? Welcome to live streaming, dudes. Yeah, Truman Show. There you go, MG. Exactly. Dude, it's like so many assets look identical, man. They look just the same. Like financials, so bad. Like real bad, dude. Like we just look at like a Bank of America or something. Yeah, it's doing the W, man. You know, high to low. You've just exceeded a 236 for the second time. But look where we are, though. You're just at a major resistance. So you think in time a gap fill, if financials are gonna rise, which they're like energy, they're worst performers. Energy and financials are the worst. They took the worst beating. I mean, you know, you got cruise lines, airlines, whatever. Entertainment, all that, and just financial sectors, real bad. 2472 to 2889 is the common retrace area before you would eventually reverse the downside again, you'd think. Here's a gap, man. There you go. Terrible, man. Real bad. 786, low to high. Probably. Wow. Nice one, Houston. Nah, man. Dude, Wilcon, that's like everybody, dude. Everyone's like that. It is depressing that no one can live their life anymore. But it's not like... Nah, dude. I'm very... I know I'm blessed. I know I'm like... you know, the universe has put me in a very interesting spot. You know, when I started doing this 2 years ago, no one could have ever seen what was coming, right? And it's weird because it's like the life I left. I'm sure there are people that thought I lost my mind, you know, that were probably laughing behind my back. And now those people that thought they were just so smart and haha, Mitch has gone crazy. Look at him now. You know, look, I'm getting to do what I love every single day of my life. Like, genuinely. And they are probably out of work. Tomorrow, job report. Anyone want to get? Dude, it's going to be bad. Another terrible millions of people. What, 5 million plus maybe? I'm checking. Oh my god, dude. How in the world is this still... Dude, this is... How is this even real life anymore on Monero? Oh, this is freaking insane. If this isn't like the Wedge of the Year award and log scale goes to Monero. Congratulations, dude. You want to start a channel? On what? What will be your content, Robert? Tell me that first. It's okay. Jobless claims will be all-time highs, but the stock market's going to the moon. Yeah, dude. Don't worry about some of the worst crap that's ever happened to our economy, the U.S. economy, and the world economy for that matter. Don't worry about that, dude. Stock market's getting bought up by the Fed. Not a big deal. 23,000 plus now on the Dow Jones, highs of the day. Same with the S&P. Same with the NASDAQ. $8,000 now. That's right, T-Puppy. Oh my god. What are you talking about? You have to... Hey, Mike, Martina, refresh your stream. Once you do that, get back with me, alright? Yeah, no, we're actually 4 likes away from 300. We're so close, man. We can do it. Do it for the S&P. The more likes you give, the more it pumps, dude. Dude, I mean, imagine saying the recession, or imagine saying, yeah, the recession's over now already. Like, I feel bad. I mean, it's going to climb up. It's going to gradually keep going to 2,800. And if you're lucky, 2,950 at the 618. But dude, how do you go higher than that? The economy shut the F down. It should matter. But it's like, I think it's priced in, right? The stock market's forward looking. And so the crash we got was accounting for everything that's happening right now. But the longer time, and I've said this before, the longer the time goes by and we keep climbing, we're going to gain more clarity on how long the economy is going to truly be shut down. And when we start gaining more clarity on that, that is when investors are going to start saying, okay, what was priced in before was only leading up to like April 30th, right? Or mid-May. Now we're realizing that this thing could last well into June or longer. That's when we start selling off more, when realization comes that normalcy won't be coming for much longer than we thought. I don't know, man. I mean, like ascending triangle, maybe. White space connect. I mean, dude, it's already like it's breaking the demand line. I don't know, man. I think it's more like a channel, more so than a pattern.
Off topic a bit, but can you really imagine 60k fans attending football games this fall? We all may be watching on TV only.
Dude. I don't even want to think about it, Orange Blood. Ugh. I was thinking about even going to the game this year, the Alabama-Tennessee game in Knoxville. But am I even going to get the chance? Probably not. I don't know. It just, that's what we're saying. Like, those are unknowns. Like, that deep into the year, you don't know. But you got to think it's going to be somewhat gimped. You realize we can't even, no one can even do recruiting right now. It's like off limits. No one can recruit players. How is that even possible? Like, what is that going to do? What's a long-term ascending triangle? Oh my God, what the? We've seen this before. Well, that played out. Jesus. Oh, logs, yeah. Oh, it's like, oh, hold on. Let me just clean this up. Things get broken when you go in and out of log. You'll learn that if you do that enough. You see it happens. So he's talking about an ascending triangle zoomed out. No, it looks like a major double top. I mean, are you really accumulating here? So you hit an ice line and you had this crazy spring, and now you're just consolidating after a crash. So it was like a double top, man. So it's good that you held above 35.57, but I don't know, man. Like, if we can call it an ascending triangle. Because what if it rallies here and makes a common retrace and then dumps again and breaks 35.70 and eventually comes down to 22.50? I don't know. All we can do at this point, you can speculate and try to say it's an ascending triangle. We're in a recession, man. I know it's easy to forget since we're at 27.05 on the S&P. But you've hit a 38% retrace twice now. And that's it. If you can keep making these higher lows, maybe you reverse again, and between $50, like gap fill up here at 50.70, where this should commonly retrace to before reversing majorly downside again. Here you go, between $44 and $54. I mean, how do you trade this if it's an ascending triangle? Like, how do you even trade it right now? Oh, is this the bottom? Like, you just created this low. You don't know if the low is in, the real low. Like, again, it could just be an impulse. You rally, lower high, and then you dump again to lower lows. So I don't think we could call it that yet. Hey, sure, man. Yeah, just go ahead and anchor 1 and 2. Okay. Call an ascending triangle. And then if you ever break this demand line, you're screwed. Sure. Whatever, man. Probably looks best on the weekly. I don't know. It just looks like a crazy double top to me. And it's sold off. You're not oversold or anything. So no edge. Just maybe an ascending triangle if you want to call it that. Sure. Too early to say. Yes, Leon. A spring is when you fall below a critical ice line with price action. And that is the follow through price action. Fails to go lower. And then you just rally again and you get back above the ice line. That is what we call a spring. And then you get the back test of a spring where you come back down after you've sprung. And then you touch the ice line and you don't fall below it anymore. You just back test it as support regarding, okay, market confirmation that this is the bottom, that the ice line is real, and we're going to hold it, and then you run again. Yeah, Blue. I know. It's like, he's talking like, oh, is it an ascending triangle, man? Well, you broke out bearishly if it was, but maybe here we are, you know, like, good luck. I'm just saying, I think it might be a little too early to call it that. That's me. Anyway, spent too much time on that. 2709, session eyes, 23,094. Oh my God, Snapchat, dude, it's up 10% in a recession. Let's go, Snap. I'm gonna do another coffee or just end the stream. Been live for like 2 hours now. Decisions, man. Let 10% of the stadium fill so everyone is 6 feet apart. Yeah, that'd be great, dude. Imagine ticket prices. Oh, God. It would be criminal, probably. Robert, did you ever say what you wanted to stream? You know, I do one-on-ones for people that want to live stream. I can teach you how to do it. It's an hourly thing. You pay me by the hour. Crypto, of course. I mean, what about crypto are you gonna stream, dude? It's not a very good industry. It's not a very good niche to stream in, I don't think. I mean, people try to do crypto streams and just meh. Like, what's gonna make you different than all the other crypto moon boys, right? From the consultations I've done before, I charge $150 an hour. If you think that's expensive, well, guess what, dude? Ended up spending and losing $20,000. Literally, I got scammed out of $20K from the people that I worked with when I started doing this. Yeah, they $20,000 plus in tips that they didn't pay me. So that was the cost. That was how much it cost me to learn how to stream. Okay, so yeah, scammed in crypto. Saturate. Say it ain't so, man. Hyped on getting scammed. Yeah. That's right, man. 8,019 on NASDAQ. Climbing. Erasing the gap fill from yesterday. Well, if you want to, Robert, I'd do it, and then I actually would record our session, and then I can send you that session so you can always refer back to it if you need it for reference, which you would. You would certainly need it for reference. It's so much information, and you would certainly need more than 1 hour of consultation. Well, Bitcoin King, that's your fault. I mean, 37K, and isn't that bald guy? I remember him from Hype on Crypto, dude. Holy crap, man. That guy was drawing circles on lines. It was, I think we have old pictures of it. I'd have to look it up. But the chart, he was like filling in for the Naeem guy on Sniper's Tip, and the chart looked like this. Like, not even kidding. Something really stupid. It's like, what? Huh? What am I looking at? He hosts you for 37K. I haven't even asked you for $1 ever, right? Yeah, going live with strippers in the background on YouTube. Yeah, that's not against TOS as long as they keep their clothes on. But if they take their clothes off, then yeah, you'll get banned easy, real fast. You won't be able to stream on your channel for 90 days plus. Do it again, you're gonna get your stream probably terminated, your whole channel. And don't ban evade. Ban evading something too you got to be cognizant of. Far more I mean, it's extremely enforced on Twitch, not so much on YouTube, but it is always a backdoor way to get your channel wrecked forever. Sell myself to YouTube. All right, we're gonna up the Patreon cost cap up. Notice how the value continues to grow, compounds in Patreon, and I don't go up in price. I should. I mean, like, I'm probably stupid for not, and I'm probably stupid for not monetizing, like my streams. Yeah, just do that. Shake these. You got the Tron channel. But the thing is, you get no traffic on any of them. Crypto SEO is kind of dead now. It's not the way it used to be. Crypto SEO used to be golden. But then the algos changed in June. June of last year. And, you know, the change on the Google algos and YouTube algos is so bad that a company or a website, I'm sure you remember, called CCN, right? It's like Crypto Coin News or whatever. They went out of business. So they couldn't stay afloat anymore because they lost over 70% of their traffic with that algorithmic change. And so I could see that. I mean, the way I stopped growing last year around that time was certainly weird. No, I treat trading like I always have, like a hobby, and it's a side thing. I'm a full-time streamer, Elysius. If you notice, right? I guess this is real easy to do, right? All this. I mean, spaceship, forget about it, dude. That's a joke. Anyone can do that, right? Sure. You know how much time I put into stream when I'm not live? More than you would ever know. Yeah, I don't monetize the streams anyway. So it's like, oh, since I make money trading, then I don't deserve, or I shouldn't be paid for the work I put in while I stream, right? You know? So that's like what you're saying. Crypto Pepe Sylvia, that was left field. Is it over? What, did Bernie concede defeat or something? Is that why you're saying that? Because he's still, like, evidently in the race. I mean, it's all but over. I think it is. I don't even know why Bernie is continuing on, but he is. But there had to be a reason why you said that just now. 23,130 sessionized Dow Jones and climbing. I could imagine Tao's climbing with it, man. Definitely offloaded some of my position at open today. Just not going to deal with it. A gap down like that's a blessing. And the way it was gapping, or the way it was moving up after hours yesterday and this morning, just makes you feel uneasy about it, like communist pump. Sanders pause campaign. Bernie dropped, like, literally, is this now? I do have a Patreon, but dude, you gotta think about, like, other people have their own things, Patreon or their own groups and stuff, and they also monetize, right? And this isn't like, I mean, streaming, man. You got to think about if I don't show up, what happens? Right? If I don't work, what happens? You know, there is no pension plan for me. There's no like 401k. Right? There's no company health care. Right? So this is definitely entrepreneurship at extreme levels. It's like entrepreneurship on hard mode. 2713 S&P. Nasdaq's at the highs, 8,030. Gold just sitting there. That's like stable asset. Yeah, decay and clout. Yeah, man. If I don't stream, then I lose my relevance. Certainly, you're right about that. Breaking news now. Katana, you talking about with Bernie? The Bitcoin pension plan. There you go. I guess, man. It's true. I mean, that is one way I've somehow created a 401k is when people tip me crypto, I never sell. Whether it's a 20k or 3k, like it just stays in the crypto account. So that is kind of in a way a certain type of retirement account, I guess. Okay. Well, there it is, man. I owe my bookie now. Because I had picked Bernie to win the, Democratic nominee. This was before anything crazy happened. Before all these people were like, I knew it was going to be Biden. I knew it, man. What's up, AMP? RTB. 72.92 on Bitcoin. Stock market's rallying. Bitcoin, remember, it's low. When the S&P was at its low point, was like 7,200. So now it's up almost $100 with the S&P or the index funds rallying. You see what I'm saying? Like, it does get affected by equities. He's only suspending. Does that mean he's not done? He's not dropped out? Huh? What's up, J-Rock? He's going to open up a lemonade stand. Nice, dude. Oh, it was obvious he went. Oh, dude, you can't say that 3 months ago, dude. 4 months ago, dude. Something shifted where the DNC or whatever, right? They chose Biden, and with a flip of a switch overnight, he got all this funding, all this ad stuff. It was just like they picked him, and things changed immediately when that happened. Captain Hindsight, of course. He did. I mean, Biden did say that Trump's going to get reelected pretty much. I think that's just kind of because he's kind of going senile, not because he actually believes it. I think he's just like, he's old, man. Real old. Keep him quarantined until the general, at least. My God. Now, who will be his running mate? That's the question, right? They all suspend their campaigns when they quit. Well, yeah. What is that, dupe? Sucks, man. What are you talking about? Uh-oh, 2715. We're just continuing to rise. Is that TARP? Hello, TARP. You don't exist anymore, but you're there. We can feel it. Right on time, right on schedule. Who knows? We might see the highest high of the entire rally today. It's very possible. 23,182 and climbing. Obama won't even endorse Biden. That's real life. You would have thought that would have happened. That would have been like his ace card, right? Did Obama endorse anybody? Very weird. And that's what I'm talking about, man. It's like You can't stop the Fed. You can't stop the reflexive rally. The bots are still going up. But eventually, at one of these fib nodes, the bots will close in reverse and we'll see blood again. You would think if there's the recession's real, man. It doesn't seem too bad, not a big deal when you look at the actual charts. But man, it's so bad. 8,041. NASDAQ, highs of the day. Dow Jones, highs of the day. Everything right now is at their highs. We got a rally. And this is what's going on, dude. Like, look at Regeneron. You know, just you can't get cocky. You can't have any emotion because you know it's like, well, I'm just gonna rise with the market, man. The good news for Regeneron, again, vastly underperforming the major index funds. So when you underperform on good days, that's bearish for an asset. 2721 highs of the day. Here we are. We got ourselves a little rally, chat. Former presidents wait until the primary's over. Is this your first campaign? I don't know, dude. I mean, it's not, but you know, the years where it's not a general election, less stress, things you don't think about. Nice. Yeah, Crypto Pepe Sylvia. And then I think people thought you were serious. Legit. If you don't know about Crypto Pepe Sylvia in our chat, he's a memeologist. Okay, that's what he does. He just does memes. He is some of our comic relief. Alright, we have some people in the chat that will be posting like breaking news when it happens, like for real sources, and some people will post memes and jokes. It's all good. $23,230. Highs of the day, about to test 23,363. What is that, man? Look left, and you will see exactly what it is. It is support, major resistance. It should be a major resistance. Talking back from February and March of 2018, or February and April, excuse me. So you're below that right now, and it seems like you're going to test it, and you're going to try to break above it again. Not going to be easy. You get it? You know what's going on now, Dow Jones? Okay. Yeah, Brian Miller, I agree. The scale of the economic crisis is so huge we can't even comprehend it yet. Yep. And the markets evidently priced it in. But they only priced in probably a few months worth of the economic downturn of the world economy. That's right. All part of the diversity of the great community. That's right, Gareth, man. I don't know. I mean, most people will try to paint things with a ton of hyperbole. You know, it's gonna be different. The world is over forever. It's different forever. It's like there are gonna be some aspects that are truly gonna be changed forever. Some aspects of life that will end forever, and then there will be some aspects that are born anew from all this. 27, 22, 23. You are about to be at the high of your last 4-hour open candle. Big deal. 23,248 on the Dow Jones. Man, we are rallying right now. I'm glad I stayed live for just a little bit longer, because we're getting something, man. Good. 50% retrace, 2,800. Kind of that next target. This is just AI. Well, it's all just bots. Sure, man. Yeah, volatility died off. Volume died off. You're just The bots are doing the reflexive rally. They're doing what you've done throughout history of every single crash that's ever existed. You get reflexive rallies for lower lows. And possibly squeezing shorts that FOMO'd in on the bottom. Tinder's dead, is it, man? You think eating inside a restaurant's going to be done away with thoughts? I don't believe that at all. I think that will come back. Sure, I think, dude, no way. I'm talking about like social congregations, man. No way that that's getting taken out. Maybe you'll get like a part of the industry that you start getting way more takeout things. So, you know, it's like it becomes all about that. But dude, you have to think about dining in, aka alcohol sales. Huge percentage of revenue for restaurants and bars. So no, if you take out dine in, then you take out stupid amounts of revenue that pretty much will keep most of the restaurants afloat for their first couple of years. So nah, man, that's here to stay forever. Restaurant eating inside. It would be far too costly for them to do that. I could understand and see how maybe, I don't even know if that's real, like getting more. So there are some restaurants already that have it where you can go in and there is no waiter. There's just a kiosk at your table and you just order what you want and they bring the food out and that's it. That's the only interaction. Your takeout is very close to what your revenue has been when open. Oh, interesting, Crypto Chef. Interesting. But I don't know, does your place do alcohol? Like alcohol sales so big. And the thing is, man, like it's going to come back because of demand. People don't want to take out and go home and eat. People want to leave their house and go to a nice, welcoming environment and atmosphere with people around you, where you might be able to strike up a conversation, or you can just congregate. People want to be around other people. Okay, got you, Crypto Chef, man. You use an Ecolab, man. I bet you do use Ecolab. Oh, grocery sales too. Oh wow, Blue Apron type sales. So y'all do delivery. That's huge. That's something that will shift. I bet that could be part of a new meta for the restaurant industry, where you already have companies that do it, like Carrabba's, for instance. They have their own delivery service. Why use DoorDash or whatever they're called? You know, why use them, pay them fees when you can just do it yourself? Just hire a couple people to deliver that food for you. That will probably be way more prevalent now. We call that just a new meta, man. God, I'm sorry. Crypto Chef to hear you use Ecolab and Cisco. How's your wallet doing, dude? Old Cisco, man, fell off a cliff. On the chart, anyway. Ecolab's well diversified. I think their commercial sector, where they do the stuff like chemical and dish machine stuff, it's only like less than 10% of their entire conglomeracy. Oh yeah, so much overhead in restaurant. What do they say on Sopranos? It's like owning an elephant. Cost a fortune, and eventually one day it craps on your head. Oh man, if that isn't the most relevant freaking saying ever after what's happened recently, right? All your Cisco reps were fired. Jeez. That's wild, dude. Yeah, that's another thing. I mean, people are going to actually learn to cook their own complete meals, effectively shop for fresh ingredients and do it themselves. Yep. But they also At the same time, might be utilizing those delivery services like Shipt, the Target has. Target. That's why I like Target, because they made that edge on everyone, really, with Shipt. And that's a company that's local, where I live. And that's where it derived from. Cody, it's very possible. You'd think so. And, I mean, dude, if the crazy Fed's insane enough, enough money, $29.50 is the 618. That's the top of the moderate retrace zone. Target. Tar effing J. You seen this? Have you heard about this? Targets at 103.47, the highs of the day. Bouncing like the Jesus man. Wow.
Bruh.
Look here! Look, listen!
Sure, it's probably like this for other assets across the market. But it's just great to see TA being respected, man. This is where you're like, is TA even going to work here with these crappy market conditions? And it's like, well, at least the index funds aren't dumping. So these individual assets are able to respect the TA. That's right, Target unshipped. Yeah, Ash, they acquired them a few years ago. Great acquisition. Because now, right, since Target acquired Shipt, I can now grocery shop locally like I could with Amazon. I can get my Shipt driver to buy me anything I want, to get me anything I want from Target. So it's like home delivery Amazon. You get it the same day if you want. That's a leg up. That is some sort of market edge over the leader. Yeah, not as much today, Chris. Yeah, that's right. Not so much, but it was at 7,200, so it's up $80 since the S&P hit its lows. So it did correlate. Just it's kind of underperforming a little bit. Fees with Shipt. There is no fee with Shipt if you spend over $35 per delivery. You pay $120 a year once, right? Just one time, and that's it. It's extremely easy. I've got an order coming in between 2 and 3 o'clock today. Bunch of freaking tuna and some muscle milk. So Target's up 5.39% and climbing at its highs of the day, 103.56. Let's go. That was extremely good, dude. It's extremely nice. I highly recommend Shipt if you don't use it. Adrian, what's up, dudes? You went bullish on flour a few weeks ago. Bought the flour shop. Yeah, Brennan. Target's really, you would think it's the supply line of the descending broadening wedge, or around 108. So I think, the way it's going straight up, man, it's like 108, but it might come down, up, down for days, weeks, or a week or two. But yeah, you would think you're getting closer. 106.87, I think, was kind of a target for the trade setup because, you didn't know it'd be going like straight up to the resistance. You thought it'd like methodically over time get there. So it's like a moving target like that's never easy. Dude, there's something called Tuna Creations. I ordered like 15 of them. But dude, they're so good. Like it's like you don't have to do any prep work. Like it's like tuna and garlic combo, and when you get tuna out of the can, it's just like dry, But like with these, it's open it up, 110 calories, 16 grams of protein. That's what's so incredible about it, man. It's like in between streams, I eat that, and I'll go work out. I'll get done. I'll eat another one in the next couple hours, and so that's like a form of grazing, keeping your metabolism high throughout the day by eating smaller meals versus big meals, one big meal. And that's, again, that's good for weight loss, grazing. Tuna ranch, yeah. But the garlic one is so good. Tuna on toasted bread, I need to try that. That's carbs, man. It's like, you know, ketosis. You don't want to do carbs, right? I'm going to cut it out. That's the best way to lose weight. And it's not that I need to lose weight. I mean, I've already lost weight. Just trying to just get, you know, any type of stuff on my stomach, trying to get that off. That's the hardest part. And that really does require discipline and you monitoring your metabolic intake. And at the same time, you have to continue to exercise. I'm a little stretched thin. Oh yeah, carpaccio. Thinly sliced tuna, Zachary, or something. Let's go. Wide alert, so we can come back to Tindy's if we hear a beep. Play. I don't know if you want to look at Play, dude. Dave and Buster's. Same thing. Like the high or low crap. Oh yeah, hidden divergence daily. Meh. It's whatever, dude. This look is springing and it's back testing a spring, I think. Is that what it did? No, never mind. Why do I have this here? I'm not sure why I had that there. Was it a fib extension or something? I don't know. This shouldn't even be here. It's nothing. So anyway, you reverse the 236 so above it and higher low, now you're on again. I always think it's whatever the S&P does, it's going to go up. I mean, you think about from a high to low, S&P is near its 50%. This is below its 236 right now, underperformer. So like if or when the rug gets pulled again on the S&P or the Dow Jones or NASDAQ, all three at the same time, then this is going to get destroyed again. That's it. Thousand calories a day. Man, that's rough, dude. But I guess I could try a day or two with just those tuna creations that are, again, 110 each. But I like getting over 100 grams of protein per day. Oh my God. Yeah, it's not easy. I guess it's easy now because you're not going out. I don't drink much at all. I drink like once a week now, you know, and that's like Patreon night, and I normally get wrecked, and then I'm done. But I'm drinking like the water beers, and see that's the problem. It's like I love the IPAs, but I know the IPAs are a great way for me to not lose the fat on my stomach, right? Salmon packets. I don't know if Shipt or Target has those. Or it'd be Publix, whatever. No cream? Okay, no cream. Charizard. Do you get drunk quicker on keto? Excellent. Yeah, man. I mean, Matthew, it's like when I start feeling a little bit of an urge, a little bit of hunger, like, you know, what I do every morning is I'll drink a protein shake, or in lieu of a protein shake, I will just get, I have ham, like the, just lean ham, and I'll just eat as much as I want, you know? It's like, oh, this looks good.
Can we look at KSS?
What's up, Jacob, man? Thanks for the $2.99 super chat. Oh, you want to see the same chart as everything else? Sure. God, we're going to have to go to the weekly on this crap. What a disaster. Certain disaster, man. Keep it simple, stupid. That's the asset, KSS. Broke below critical ice line 24.22. Got down to a low of like 1069, which was the lowest low we had seen since 1996. And that's it. You see an edge here on the weekly. There's no divergence, bearish convergence. Yeah, I think we could look. We're in the midst of trying to. Well, you were close to engulfing. Look, you could come up. It seems very possible in time. Coles is going to come up to 24.22 to test it, at least as a resistance, before failing and dumping to lower prices. And this, I mean, Coles is going to be one of those, maybe like Macy's, maybe like, what's the other one? Coles, Macy's, J.C. Penney, that will eventually either get acquired or liquidated. I mean, it'll just be one of those dinosaurs that becomes extinct in time. They didn't do a good job of adapting and getting into the 21st century like Walmart and Target did, or Best Buy, so they're paying for it. Four tendies equals 30 grams of protein. Let's go. So it's either like smoked ham or smoked salmon or a protein shake in the morning. And then like I'll do these streams, and like when I get done with the streams, I'll go and I'll eat those tuna packs, or I'll drink a protein shake. On whichever day I decided to do the ham, I'll do the protein shake. Like I mix it up a little bit. And then I'll eat a banana. I'll go exercise, work out, run. And if I feel like I'll drink another protein shake, or I'll eat more of those tuna creations, or more ham or something. And then for dinner, you know, before everything changed, I was eating a lot more diversified. Not so much now. There's steak. I can't really get chicken unless I go out or order it online. Yeah, so well, there's not much to look at besides just terrible. And heading for the end of, it's the end of days. It's like the, you know, last season of Breaking Bad, but for Coles. Right? End times, kid. End times. Could never ever break that 2002 high. You tested it up, thrusted through it too much, and here we are. Well, it's lit, Joe, man. That'll be real good. Intermittent fasting. But doesn't like that kind of stuff slow your metabolism down? And plus, I'm like really physically active, so I need to graze. I don't want to like just not eat for long periods of time. Because like my body is pretty much always requiring more protein than someone who's not physically active. So anyway, man. All right. I think I've overstayed my welcome here. Let's see, it's I've been live now for 2 hours and 30 minutes. So, you know, that's a pretty long time to stream. I used to work out at Lincoln Park all the time, man. Back when they were more relevant. Okay, so we'll see if we can keep this rally going while I'm off stream, but I do want to say thanks so much for everyone that's stuck around to watch the stream. 450 y'all still left. So thank you for the likes, love, support, the contributions. Thank you, Jason, for joining the Patreon today. Because again, I don't monetize via ads. All right, you don't get ads shoved down your throat for whatever, ever. How much time have I saved you of you watching this stream? You know it's a lot. If you do the math on it, 15, 30-second ads. If you've watched 100 hours of my stream, do the effing math. But so, don't monetize. I don't push affiliate marketing links down your throat, ever. All I have is a Patreon and crowdsourcing from tips from y'all on stream. So, you know how it gets reinvested. Best graphics out there, man. So I'll be back probably this afternoon. Who knows? Just be in the Discord and you'll get notified. 4 Hour Candle is just closed on Bitcoin. Oh, that was nice. For a candle, closed kind of just a lower low again. Very weak selling so far, not too bad. So we will see, man. All right, new 4 hour candle. You're up about 1% on the day. So I'll be back. Till next time. Respect the TA. Wait, that's not it. Sorry. What the was that? Wrong button. Alright, bye.
Bruh.
My name is JP. I am a robot. I like robots. I have a robot vagina.
Adios, turd nuggets.